If I had 5 minutes with every progressive voter in America, a power that, let's be real, I should not have, I would have a lot to say. I'd say that on so many issues, progressives are morally correct. But I would also say that if progressives can't win elections and get people into office to do good things that help people, then being morally correct is, well, nice, but that's pretty much it. But the most important thing I would have to say to every progressive voter in America is this. Assume that no one agrees with you on anything. And if you want that to change, you will have to convince them. Too often, I see folks let themselves believe that people generally agree with them, or they would if it weren't for the media or misinformation or those dang algorithms. We see this falsehood pretty much all the time. How many times have you gotten a political fundraising email with the words, "Americans agree" at the top? Well, we don't. Americans don't agree on pretty much anything. I'm pretty sure ice cream is good would get like 65% support. Actually, according to polling conducted by Gallup in 2024, the only thing a lot of Americans agree on, 80% of Americans in fact, is that Americans are greatly divided on important issues. And this matters, because the stories we tell ourselves can put us on a path to repeat our mistakes in ways that can hurt not just our favorite policies, but the lives of real people. For example, we now have data from the Cooperative Election Study, or CES, a high-level survey of 60,000 voters that tells us the true story of the people who didn't vote last year. Via The Nation, quote, Democratic non-voters in 2024 appear to have been less progressive than Democrats who voted. For instance, Democratic non-voters were less likely to support banning assault rifles and sending aid to Gaza. They were also less likely to believe that slavery and discrimination make it hard for Black Americans. And they were more likely to support building a border wall with Mexico. So, if you're a progressive American who, for example, opposes Israel's actions in Gaza, the people who didn't vote in 2024 probably didn't agree with you on that, or on a lot of other issues for that matter. So, why might you have thought otherwise? I've said this before, but it's incredibly easy to surround yourself with people who already agree with you, particularly in the age of social media. But on any number of critical issues, lots of people don't agree with you, and what convinced you to support a cause might not convince them. Now what? Now the work happens. Actual, annoying work. Think of some of the great progressive victories in our nation's history, because many of them required convincing millions of people to change their minds. It took time and effort and conversations. This month marks the 10th anniversary of Obergefell v. Hodges, the Supreme Court case that legalized marriage equality nationwide. When I was 9 years old in 1996, the idea of marriage equality, or gay marriage as they called it, was very, very unpopular. According to Gallup, it had just 27% support from Americans. Getting legalized marriage equality was a pipe dream. Heck, being out as LGBTQ and having that be a normal thing you could just do seemed unimaginable to me when I was a kid, like having a Black president or something. Today, 68% of Americans support marriage equality. LGBTQ people didn't get better or more deserving in those 30-odd years. The queer people who came before me were probably cooler, smarter, and way more awesome than I am. Rather, it took the slow, irritating, often low-key terrible process of changing minds. Are there people who still oppose marriage equality today? Sure, but now they're the minority, and for once, I'm not. If I had 5 minutes with every progressive voter in America, I would tell them that being right is good, even if everyone disagrees with you. But I would also say that if you want to see change, big change that impacts people for years to come, for the better, you have to be ready to do the hard work of convincing. It will suck, but it'll be worth it.